School. I'm Clay.
And I'm Scout.
Today is Friday, April 22nd, and welcome to your GNN.
Please join us for a moment of silence.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Gresham mission statement.
The mission of Gresham Middle School is to develop responsible, lifelong learners by encouraging all students to reach their potential.
Please be seated.
Students, make sure you're at school on time. Students who are tardy without a medical excuse will be receiving silent lunch.
Come join Yoke for the last club meeting this year. It's going to be messy, so bring clothes to get messy in. See you Tuesday at 6:30.
State testing this week. Eat a good breakfast and get lots of sleep at night.
Congratulations to the following students who made the 2022-2023 Gresham cheer team. Addison Archer, Hallie Archer, Adelaide Davis, Turner Duffy, Trinity Dunn, Kinsley Graham, Lakin Lawson, Sloan Litton, Kylie Lynn, Olivia Lynn, Abby Maiden, Harper Rosini, Adriana Reed, Abigail Stutz, and Lana Wilson.
Let's say the learner attributes.
Be curious, be determined, be engaged, and be reflective.
And don't forget,
Be safe, be responsible, be respectful, and be kind.
Good morning, Gresham Gladiators. This is Miss Stinger Barnes. I teach 6th grade science here at Gresham Middle School. I hope that you have been enjoying our videos during morning announcements this week to celebrate Earth Week and Earth Day. Tuesday, when we came back from the long weekend, we watched a video about the history of Earth Day. Wednesday, we watched a video about Rachel Carson, a famous marine biologist and writer who is considered the mother of the modern environmental and conservation movement that we acknowledge today. And then yesterday, we watched a video about plastics and their threat to the health of our oceans and what we can do to help recycle plastics and protect the environment from them. Today's video, the Apex video for the week to celebrate Earth Day, is about the wolves in Yellowstone, which were actually absent from Yellowstone for over 70 years before their reintroduction in 1995. Since they were reintroduced, Yellowstone has recovered in many of its ecosystems in many different ways by having this top predator reintroduced into the ecosystems there. The wolves have solved problems that ecologists didn't even know existed in Yellowstone until they were reintroduced. So this is a story of hope, restoration, and repair of some of the damages that have been done to our natural ecosystems by human interference. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope it's hopeful. And I hope that you celebrate the Earth today and do something to help protect it. Have a great day, and thanks for your time.
One of the most exciting scientific findings of the past half-century has been the discovery of widespread trophic cascades. A trophic cascade is an ecological process which starts at the top of the food chain and tumbles all the way down to the bottom. And the classic example is what happened in the Yellowstone National Park in the United States when wolves were reintroduced in 1995. Now, we all know that wolves kill various species of animals, but perhaps we're slightly less aware that they give life to many others. Before the wolves turned up, they'd been absent for 70 years. That the numbers of deer, because there was nothing to hunt them, had built up in the Yellowstone Park, and despite efforts by humans to control them, they'd managed to reduce much of the vegetation there to almost nothing. They'd just grazed it away. But as soon as the wolves arrived, even though they were few in number, they started to have the most remarkable effects. First, of course, they killed some of the deer, but that wasn't the major thing. Much more significantly, they radically changed the behavior of the deer. The deer started avoiding certain parts of the park, the places where they could be trapped most easily, particularly the valleys and the gorges. And immediately those places started to regenerate. In some areas, the height of the trees quintupled in just 6 years. Bare valley sides quickly became forests of aspen and willow and cottonwood. And as soon as that happened, the birds started moving in. The number of songbirds and migratory birds started to increase greatly. The number of beavers started to increase because beavers like to eat the trees. And beavers, like wolves, are ecosystem engineers. They create niches for other species. And the dams they built in the rivers provided habitats for otters and muskrats and ducks and fish and reptiles and amphibians. The wolves killed coyotes, and as a result of that, the number of rabbits and mice began to rise, which meant more hawks, more weasels, more foxes, more badgers. Ravens and bald eagles came down to feed on the carrion that the wolves had left. Bears fed on it too, and their population began to rise as well, partly also because there were more berries growing on the regenerating shrubs. And the bears reinforced the impact of the wolves by killing some of the calves of the deer. But here's where it gets really interesting. The wolves changed the behavior of the rivers. They began to meander less. There was less erosion. The channels narrowed, more pools formed, more riffle sections, all of which were great for wildlife habitats. The rivers changed in response to the wolves. And the reason was that the regenerating forests stabilized the banks so that they collapsed less often, so that the rivers became more fixed in their course. Similarly, by driving the deer out of some places and the vegetation recovering on the valley sides, there was less soil erosion because the vegetation stabilized that as well. So the wolves, small in number, transformed not just the ecosystem of the Yellowstone National Park, this huge area of land, but also its physical geography.
That's it for the morning news, as Ms. Parker always says.
All right, boys and girls, it takes hard work, plus determination, plus self-discipline to equal success. And success you shall reach here at Gresham Middle School. Let's have a great day.